What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Hello. God. Welcome to Morning Madness. I should be in bed. I don't know when anyone's gonna see this. Oh my dear Lord. Oh my dear Lord. I can't sleep. And I debated whether I was gonna make another video tonight. I was like, no, Max, just go to bed. It's not worth it. People are gonna think you're a gun hater. People are going to think you don't want anything positive and you just want to trash Warner Brothers. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care. I don't really care if you believe me or not. This stuff is freaking embarrassing. And I'll tell you though, and this is spoilers for Shazam 2. I saw this and I got furious. I got furious. I saw this floating around earlier. Well, first off, okay, spoilers Shazam 2. Okay, let me show you, because sometimes I get inspired when I make a thumbnail. All right, so I see Zachary Levi being super freaking cringe on the internet, on Twitter, which he, this is going to be the thumbnail. All right. So I was just going to make a funny thing there about how cringe he is, how out of touch he is. And then I see, and this is a spoiler warning. This is a spoiler? No, Larry. Hey, Larry. Nice to see you again. Larry Kortquitz. I really appreciate you being. Thank you for spending your time with me. I am coping. In my friends that like to dog on Black Adam and they like to mock that, keep that same energy for Shazam 2. But you criticize Shazam 2 and you're like, oh, you're a hater. Do you guys how much how hypocritical you are because you were completely bashing The Rock and Black Adam? I was right. And I got to keep it down because I don't want to wake my wife up. I was right. What was I right about? If you want to do a reboot, you cannot have a year of releases and chaos and all this stuff. You know how the internet says a dumpster fire? This is a freaking dumpster fire. This whole week is so freaking embarrassing for Warner Brothers. So freaking embarrassing for Warner Brothers. And then this is the thing that broke me. This is the thing where I did not go up to bed. I honestly was not going to record this. This is the thing that freaking pissed me off. This is not, how people don't like MCU jokes that are too. I saw this earlier. Okay? And I thought this was some Snyder Bros being jackasses. You know how they put Jennifer's face James Gunn's wife's face on stuff. I thought they were just being jackasses, and I thought this was in horrible taste because I thought a Snyder bro did this. Never in my wildest dreams did I think they actually put this on screen. And I know there's context to it. It's like supposedly a dream sequence. I am so sick of Warner Brothers characters, the Trinity, being a freaking joke. I really am. This really pissed me off. And I saw this earlier today, and because I didn't see Shazam 2, I thought someone was being an asshole on Twitter. And this is what broke me tonight. This is what broke me. And I'm like, no, this isn't real. The only reason I follow this person, and I said that I saw this earlier, and I thought someone was being a jerk. And then they said, what the fuck? WTF? Is this real? And then I see the comments. Yeah, this is real. This is a disgrace both to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and this actor. Oh man, I forget his name right. I'm tired. I got to get to bed. I'm tired. All right? Yes. And then it's real. Spoiler, it's from a dream sequence where Billy was on a date with Wonder Woman. The wizard had to find him, so he found Billy in a dream, sort of the Flash run. Oh my God. Oh man. Dies from cringe. No. It dreams. Oh my God. I did not think this was real. This is my response. This is exactly my response when I saw this. Holy F. I give up. What the F? I don't defend this to me, please. Everyone has subjective opinions, but don't defend this to me. It's embarrassing. And this is some of the last Wonder Woman we're going to get of Gal Gadot. This is some Crazy Joe, you could come on if you want. If you're available. I really need to get to bed. I am just furious. Oh my God. Yeah, Crazy Joe liked it, and I'm more power to you, man. I am in pain. I am in pain right now. You know, when people get happy on the internet when things suck or things are horrible so they can make money, I am in deep, deep pain right now at the state of Warner Brothers in this week. This is fucking cringe. I don't know. All right, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But this put me over the edge. I was just like, this is so stupid. This is so, like, we can't. I know they're going for the joke. I know the context. I can get a joke. I can take jokes. All right, and then Zachary Levi should stay off Twitter, even more so than James Gunn. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see what Crazy Joe has to say. Hey, Crazy Joe. I can't hear you. It's muted.
I just woke up. What are we furious about?
I never went to sleep.
Okay, I just woke up.
I need to go to bed. I got really pissed off because I don't like the scenes like with a shadowy Superman, the first Shazam, where it's just from the neck down. I'm okay with humor, but the difference is like the MCU actually has your characters in most of your projects, and then you might do something humorous, and not to this level of cringe, but we can't get these characters, and then we have shit like this. I know there's another Wonder Woman scene in it.
What are we talking about?
This I thought this was a Snyder bro being an a-hole. I didn't think this was actually real.
They're spoiling one of the best jokes in the movie. Oh,
That's
come on,
a good
dude.
joke.
Oh, what an asshole! You don't want to spoil that.
I am so glad that I did not see this.
Oh my god, I've seen it
That's not fu-
twice.
That's not funny. It's like
Oh my god, are
cringe.
you kidding? That is like a
Oh my
showstopper.
God.
Like I've seen 2 shows and the audience loses it both times
Crazy.
this happens.
Joe, I love you, man. You're becoming more and more my friend here. But this pains me.
Why
to
does
see
that
this.
why does that pain you? It's do you have context? Do you know how this happened?
I know there's context to the dream sequence. It's supposed to be funny. But
yeah,
it's
really
God.
really funny.
I personally see this as a disgrace to Gal Gadot and the wizard actor. What's his name?
Damon Hanzu?
Yes.
Oh no, he is like one of the stars of this movie. He
Okay,
is,
well,
he
not
is
in this
so-
scene.
Oh no, it's great. Yeah, you got
Oh
it.
my
No, come on.
God.
Look,
Oh my God.
somebody's giving a
I know
screenshot.
I don't
Somebody's
have the
giving a
context.
screenshot that kills the punchline of a joke.
No.
Yeah, this is a
I-
funny scene that is being ruined here by this a-hole who's taking like the that's disgraceful that someone will put that out.
What's disgraceful is someone would put it on the big screen for me. That's my opinion.
Why?
Because it's embarrassing.
What part's embarrassing?
I gotta get to bed.
Billy's having a dream, and the wizard breaks into the dream to send him a message. It's a funny, show-stopping scene.
This stuff pisses me off. And I can take jokes. I like Peacemaker. I like Suicide Squad. This kind of stuff is embarrassing to me. This might be the last Wonder Woman we get, though.
Oh no, it's not. She's gonna be back. Wait till San Diego.
My God.
I would put money on
Crazy
it. I will put money on it. They will tell you at San Diego she's coming back. Yeah.
No, you're so trusting, Joe. You're so trusting.
There's literally no reason to believe she won't be back.
There's lots of reasons.
All signs point to her coming back. You've got
no, they don't.
Yeah, no, there's literally tell me what says she's not going to be back. You've got the fact that that as soon as Wonder Woman 3 was canceled, as soon as she got the word Wonder Woman 3 was canceled, she put out a tweet saying, "I'm looking forward to being involved in the next chapter," which tells you that when they said to her, "This is being canceled," they said, "Yeah, you're still going to be around. This version isn't." Then you've got the fact that James Gunn himself said that we did not fire Gal Gadot.
I know, and I don't trust that.
Well,
just like he said, I didn't fire Henry Cavill. I just didn't, I didn't hire him. And this movie, I'm glad you enjoy it, Crazy Joe, but it's bombing.
Yeah,
it's not doing. It's
well,
not.
That's because people are idiots. I don't know what to tell you. You can
filet
mignon, but you can't make them eat it.
This is not a listen, man. This is not a filet mignon right here.
It really is. Like my whole family saw this movie and everybody loved it. Like my wife at the end of the movie was like, "How in the world are people not going to see this? This movie is one of the most fun movies I've seen in years."
All right, so that's what that's what took me over the edge where I decided to boot up live, and I really have to get to bed. I'm not going to be live long. I'm not going to be live long. But Zachary Levi is the other cringe that was making, and I like Zachary Levi, but he on the internet on Twitter he's effing cringe.
How so?
I'll show you. He's so out of touch. And you might defend this too, which is good because I want a different opinion. We're like Siskel and Ebert here. Not really. We're really two crazy men on the internet at 5 a.m. All right, let me see which one. Okay. So he's responding to trolls on the internet too, just like James Gunn. But you're probably going to defend this though. You're probably going to defend this. So this is my criticism too, because I'm in the camp. I firmly believe that this shit's not leading anywhere. And this is like the sloppiest year divorce ever. So he says, the issue I have is that the credit scenes are never going to lead anything. It's a bummer. And this guy, he was being nice about between the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, Black Adam, Shazam. I felt that the studio finally had a direction again. And then the studio decided to reset. And Zachary says, never going to lead to anything. Says who? Upside down smiley face.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, who says? I mean, first of all, two things, A and B. A, who cares if it leads anywhere?
I do.
But why? The fact is, they
Because-
give us in this movie a complete story. They give us a complete story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. This story, the story of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You don't walk out of this movie thinking like, well, that was a cliffhanger. I don't know what's going to happen next. The story ends. Now, anything we get after that is just gravy. But number two, how do you know it's not going to lead further?
You're
I
using
mean,
most people believe that this isn't going to go anywhere.
why does that have to go somewhere though? Like, I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, that's
we got two Michael Keaton.
That's the superhero machine.
We got
the
two Michael
superhero
Keaton
machine
Batman
universe.
movies. We got two Michael Keaton. Like, Batman Returns is one of my favorites. We didn't get a Batman 3 with Michael Keaton, but I still love those first two. It doesn't diminish those first two that we didn't
Larry,
get a
I
third.
think it's also Wonder Woman is out too, and so is Shazam. There's no way they're keeping Zachary Levi after this weekend. I'm sorry.
I believe they are. I don't see why. I don't see why they.
Well, then why? Then how can you justify that, but not keeping The Rock?
Well, first of all, The Rock was a troublemaker. We heard he caused
Oh
problems.
my
He wouldn't. He refused. He's not a team player. He refused to appear in Shazam 2. Why would you keep him? Why would you keep a guy who's not playing ball? That doesn't like. I wouldn't want to keep The Rock after I read about the way he acted.
The Black Adam was the most recent movie before this, but you're going to keep this and not keep Black Adam. When Black Adam, compared to this box office, is going to be through the moon. It's no comparing.
Well, box office is irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
It is irrelevant.
Oh
It's
my
irrelevant
God.
for a number of reasons. Number one, you've got people who are for some reason saying, I'm not going to go see this movie because, quote, it doesn't go anywhere. There's a lot of people saying that.
That's partly me. I don't trust Warner Brothers because
right. So
because I'm a Warner Bros. Because I've been following Warner Brothers for a while.
Right. So if it is going somewhere and you're Warner Brothers and you see people saying that, then you do realize there's extenuating circumstances. You do realize that there's people saying, oh, well, there's this reboot coming. This doesn't count. So it's not the movie. It's not the movie that people are rejecting. People are rejecting things around the movie. Now, if this movie hits HBO Max, gets a lot of views on HBO Max, and they say, no, there is an audience for this. And then number two, Zachary Levi does not need to star in Shazam 3 for this to continue. Because there are, I don't want to give spoilers.
Shazamly.
There are indications of other directions in the movie. I don't want to spoil it. There are directions of other places Zachary Levi could show up as Shazam, but not necessarily in a Shazam
JSA.
sequel. For example, we
I
never got a sequel to the Incredible Hulk.
I know the JSA, but who says they're going to keep it after they trash Black Adam?
Well, why wouldn't they? Everybody liked the JSA. people
because
didn't like
it because they said the movie underperformed.
So what?
I'm not keeping Black Adam. I know the scene you're talking about. You know, spoiler warning. I know he thinks he's joining the Justice League, and he joins the JSA.
Yeah. So,
and I doubt they're keeping any of that.
Oh,
I would like them to. I want them to.
If anyone's going to keep that, it's going to be James Gunn, because James Gunn likes the weirder, more off the beaten path things, and the JSA is not quite as, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is completely out of touch, and based on how much this is underperforming, where other people are doing a much better job with their box office projects, and he's saying, says who, and it's because he's connected to Safran and Gunn. He's very friendly with them. It's a very bad look. It's a bad look.
Oh, I don't think it. I don't see why.
I think it's a bad look. When other people are doing better with their projects, and he's like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm Gucci."
Quite frankly, I'm thankful he's so close with Gunn and Safran, because I'd hate to see him go. And the fact that he's close indicates he's probably going to be back. And I think that's great.
You don't think that's unfair, playing, friends over?
Hey, I'll take what I can get. Anything that keeps the best people in there, I'm happy.
Okay.
I will take what I can get.
All right, let me.
Because I said at the beginning, I said, look, I want to keep as much as we can keep. I hate to lose. As much as I despise Henry Cavill's Superman movies, I don't have anything against Henry Cavill. My issues are with the writing, the directing. That I think he could be a good Superman in a good Superman movie.
This is the other thing that was cringe to me. Okay. Hate to tell you, my friend, but James said nothing of the sort. Well, let me read this first. Hate to tell you, James Gunn just took over all DC film production. He said these Shazam movies won't be included in his film universe. He is going the exact same school as James Gunn, trying to correct everyone on the internet. Even if he was right, which I don't think Zachary is in this situation, you're not going to win. Hate to tell you, my friend, but James said nothing of the sort. That's all conjecture coming from the peanut gallery of toxicity. A terrible place, really. Might I suggest spending less time in those waters and more in searching for the truth? It's a wonderful endeavor.
He's not wrong.
But he's online. He is in the pool of those waters of toxicity by being on Twitter all the time.
Well, not necessarily. He didn't say anything toxic.
But here is searching for the truth, the wonderful endeavor. Here is the box office. This is the truth. This is the truth. Okay? And this does not make me happy. And especially since you love this movie, this doesn't make me happy. Let me bring this up. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, seeing $30 million opening Friday box office. Currently on its way to 11 million Friday, inclusive of last night's 3.4 million, for what's looking like a $30 million opening for this project. That's not good.
But it's really unfortunate too.
Yeah.
One of the
So that is why I say he's out of touch and it's cringe.
Yeah, but box office is irrelevant right now, though.
It's not irrelevant.
It absolutely is irrelevant.
I love your opinions, Crazy Joe, but box office is everything in Hollywood.
Normally, not right now.
Not
right now.
Okay, so let's examine that. Normally not right now because he's friends with James Gunn and Safran?
No, because there's extenuating circumstances surrounding this movie.
Okay.
You're talking about a movie that wasn't heavily marketed. You're talking about a movie that there is this idea around the movie that it quote unquote doesn't count. You're talking about the fact that HBO keeps sticking everything on HBO too early, and you got people going, "Oh, I'll just wait." So, I mean, Warner Brothers isn't stupid. They can see what's going on in the water here. And if you put quality out there, it is going to find an audience. And this movie is going to find an audience.
He said
on television.
I suggest spending less time in the waters and more in searching of truth. So here's the truth. This is not good. I feel bad for everyone that likes Shazam. I am not one of those YouTubers that likes to put down arrows. Oh, it's crashing. The numbers are horrible. You know, oh, look, laugh, smiling emoji face. I don't want things to fail. Just because I'm not going to support it doesn't mean that right now doesn't mean that I want this to be bad box office. I want everyone involved to do good. But now let's compare that to the first Shazam. It is a huge decrease, you know, in
but the first Shazam didn't have this baggage going into it.
This is all of Warner, but this is, you know, how people say John didn't do anything yet.
Yeah,
they've done plenty. If they would have just waited to say we're not continuing this, we're continuing that, and just waited to release these movies before they did a slate, you would have given these movies a chance and a leg to stand on instead of this messy divorce.
But why does that matter?
It does. It matters to a lot of people. It breaks consumer confidence, in my opinion.
But that's the point. Is you don't need consumer confidence right now.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, you need consumer confidence.
Need to rebuild the consumer confidence.
You need the consumer confidence when his projects come out, like when the new movies come out. That's when you need the consumer confidence.
You don't. But you have to do building. You have to build. You need a bridge back to your consumer and to build some confidence. And this is a disaster this year.
It's not that big a deal, really.
It's to you, no, but to a lot of people it is. You know, people have checked out.
Yeah, but they'll check back in again. That's the point. They're checked out now. They'll check back in. Why are people saying they're not going to see? People are saying it's pointless. It's not going anywhere. Well, let me ask you this:
unless they have a baby Yoda moment like Mandalorian, that got people back in the Star Wars.
When James Gunn starts putting out his projects, when Gods and Monsters starts, if Zachary Levi suddenly shows up again, people are going to look back at this movie and they're going to say, "Oh, it doesn't not count. This does count. This did go somewhere because Zachary Levi's back." Suddenly, this movie is going to, in retrospect, be viewed quite differently. So then, if you announce a Shazam 3, it's going to be coming out in a completely different environment.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Justin, I love you. Well, that's why I love Crazy Joe. Me and you really do need to do more collabs, Crazy Joe, because we are completely different opinions. There's, and I still love you. And you love me, I think, too. I think we're going to meet up at too many games, probably. Yeah, I completely disagree with you that you need consumer confidence. I feel like this is a big, long year of messy divorce. And I really believe that James Gunn should have worked on this stuff behind the scenes and just not said anything until these movies were out, because people know it's not leading anywhere. And I know you don't care about that, but people do.
But we don't even know that it's not leading anywhere. Like that's information we don't have right now.
There were major trades that were released, the reports that James Gunn tried to debunk. And honestly, it's harder and harder to take him on his word anymore because he spins everything. He spins everything.
But he's been so upright and honest with the fans so far. He's told us everything he's doing. I mean,
well, look.
We've never had a guy this upfront with the fans before, quite frankly.
Comparing the second 11 million to the first one, the first Friday for the first movie was 20 million. That is a very significant difference.
I don't see that it matters, though.
Oh, cool. Super Jeff. Good gamer. Yeah, I'll meet you there, bro. I'm going to too many games. That is searching out the truth, man. That's what it is to me. And the people that were making fun of The Rock in Black Adam, not you, that wanted to trash on that, were so on board with Shazam and defending it. And his comments were cringe to me. And that's no, Shazam. No.
Oh.
Zachary Levi. I think he should get a clue. He sounds like an idiot today on Twitter when his movie is crashing and dying. Where he's like, you don't know that. You should just.
Well, that just tells you
it's not going to age well. It's not going to age well.
How do you know that's not going to age well?
Because
don't you think he's more connected than you are? Don't you think he's had these conversations with James Gunn and Peter Safran?
Well, of course,
he probably knows more than we know.
He's more connected than I am. But following movie talk for so long, box office money is everything.
Let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario.
You're not going to keep Zachary Levi around just because.
You're Zachary Levi. I'm James Gunn.
Please no.
I'm James Gunn. You're Zachary Levi.
I want to be James Gunn.
Well, no, because I'm going to tell you things that
all
could.
Right,
that,
all right.
You sit down with me.
We're all Gucci Gun, right? We're all Gucci.
Yeah, we have a
Gucci,
sit down.
Gucci.
We have a meeting. You're like, hey, James, do you see the box office tracking for Shazam? I go, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And that's going to make James Gunn look better.
We're following this. We know there's a lot of extenuating circumstances. This movie's going to bomb.
Well, then why didn't they do that for Black Adam then?
We got to get
Henry Cavill. Why didn't they do that for Black Adam?
Because Black Adam was a different beast.
You keep that same energy for every. It's not fair then.
Well, how's it fair if you have a guy who's not a team player?
The Rock just came in the door. Hey,
yeah, but they got rid of Edward Norton.
How come you're playing favorites? You didn't give me the same energy for my project.
Yeah, but it's the same as Edward Norton. Edward Norton didn't come back for the Avengers. The Rock sent Edward Norton. Edward Norton wasn't a team player.
What?
He refused to go on the talk shows and promote the Incredible Hulk because he didn't like his cut of the movie. They go to the Rock. They're like, hey, we want you to go on Shazam 2 and do a cameo. No, I don't do cameos. I'm the Rock. I'm too big for cameos.
Joe Gunn.
You got a guy like that that's not you got a guy that's not a team player. F him. Get him out of here.
You're basing that you're picking teams though. Crazy Joe, you're on the team that Dwayne the Rock is just a nuisance, and he's just
Yeah, screw him if he's not a team player. Because imagine if Shazam had a cameo in Black Adam. Imagine if Black Adam was in this movie. Then there is connection, and then people go,
"Do you know everything for a fact too, or is just hearsay?"
I read the reports from Variety, Hollywood Reporter. Those are like the major trades.
No, I think I did also hear that he didn't want. I kind of understand where he didn't want to go. Oh, a kitty appeared.
Yeah.
Against the he has actual muscles going against the guy with pillows for muscles. I understand, but I also understand that he should have tried harder to make that work. I get that, but why does he get preferential treatment over The Rock? And you're saying because The Rock was a bad player?
Yeah, you don't want people on your team that aren't going to cooperate.
Okay. We're totally in the new school. Well, Edward Norton is different. He quit. Nobody cares. The Rock on the Head can do no wrong because he's perfect. I didn't say he's perfect. I think he made some mistakes, but people like putting him like as a number one villain. I just think that this preferential treatment where Crazy Joe is saying, good, I'm glad he's friends with Peter and Gunn. And you could look past this. I'm like, then why don't they look past this with all the other projects too?
Because I hate reboots. I want as little rebooted as possible. So, we're already getting a Superman reboot. Anything that we keep, great.
Yeah. All right. I think I got this out of my system. You got up early. I didn't go to bed yet. This stuff is bothering me, Joe.
Oh, I'm going back to bed. A cat woke me up because he wanted to eat.
And you're going to probably go see Shazam 2 again.
Eventually. I'd like to.
Justin?
It is a fantastic movie.
This is going to haunt my nightmares. And actually, once I saw this, I was like, I can't go to sleep right now. I don't want this to be I do not want this to be this cringy. Oh my God.
I can't believe somebody ruined that. Like, that is such a.
What do you mean? Move. What do you mean it ruins itself?
You've ruined the punchline to one of the most hilarious moments in the movie. Why? Like, what a dick.
That's what you get from this. Oh, this ruins it for. This would not make me laugh. The punchline would be like, oh shit. If I saw this in the theater, I'd be pissed.
Man, it got one of the biggest laughs in the movie twice. I've seen it in crowded theater.
This
twice.
is embarrassing. Embarrassing for Gal Gadot and Damon, whatever his name. I'm sorry, I always mess up his name.
Well, I don't think either of them are embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed for them.
Yeah, but if they're not embarrassed,
I'm embarrassed as being a Zachary Levi. I mean, I'm not a Zachary Levi hater. I like Chuck too. He's just embarrassing on social media.
I love
he's like a boomer with a Twitter account.
I love the guy. I think he's great.
He's freaking cringe.
He's been a guest on my show.
Okay, good. Just Dejamon Hansu. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it.
Hansu's hilarious in this movie.
Monkey just keeps talking about Digimon. That's a kid's game.
Yeah, I don't want to give spoilers away, but Damon Hansu gets teamed up with Freddie Freeman in this movie.
I am not seeing this movie right now.
Freddie and Damon Hansu are a hilarious team up. Like they have like a side adventure.
I am tired of the Trinity being treated like jokes in these. It'd be different. Crazy Joe, here's the last thing I'll say. It would be different if we actually got to see the Trinity more often, and then I can accept the cringy joke, and then I can rule past it. But because this is some of the last moments we're going to get with Gal Gadot, and I know you're saying you don't know that.
Yeah, these are not the last moments.
Lots of people believe it's going to be the last. Okay,
they believe wrong.
Okay, well, I hope
Mark it down here. Mark it down here. Take it to the bank. She'll be back.
If you're right and I'm wrong, you can give me an L when that happens, and I will gladly accept the L because I would love Gal Gadot to continue. Okay, but potentially, then I'll rephrase it. Potentially, this is the last moments we get of the Trinity, and it's embarrassing for me. And I am embarrassed to be a DC fan, and none of this makes me happy. This whole thing with James Gunn, Variety. James Gunn hires himself for Superman Legacy. We all knew he was going to direct Superman Legacy. I know you disagree with me. You're just like, well, maybe he decided later. I firmly believe he was always intended to do it. And then the article with Ben Affleck, where James Gunn is strongly alluding that Ben Affleck wants to do it. He wants to do it. And then he's like, no, never. I
don't think Gunn ever indicated that Affleck wanted to do it. He said
he did.
He said we're approaching him to maybe potentially direct the movie.
He carefully worded his tweet that says Ben wants to direct. Now, that seems like he wants to direct a DC movie if he's talking to James Gunn, but he wants to direct in general. Ben Affleck, not necessarily a DC. But then he also, right after that, the context of his tweet, Crazy Joe, is he said, we want Ben Affleck to direct. And then he said, it's only a matter of getting the right project. And the only projects that James Gunn is going to try to get Ben Affleck to direct is DC at this time. So he strongly implied that he is working with a good meeting with Ben Affleck to get him on a project.
I don't doubt that meeting happened.
And then Ben Affleck with a bombshell was like, he's a nice guy. I'm not on board with what they're doing over there. Never going to happen. I don't remember his exact words, but no. Shot it down completely. So, yes, James, I think that proves that James Gunn, I'm not calling him exactly a liar like a lot of the internet is saying, but he spins things a lot.
I don't see much spin there at all.
Oh,
I mean, you've got Ben Affleck even said James Gunn's a nice guy. How would Ben Affleck's never worked with James Gunn. If Ben Affleck says James Gunn's a nice guy, that tells me they had a meeting. They sat down, they had a meeting. He probably walked away from the table and said, yeah, thank you, I'm not interested.
Justin Proper says you should be embarrassed to be a DC fan, Max, but not because of this. This is 100% cinematic gold.
Justin's not wrong. This is cinematic gold. I love this movie.
I
love this movie.
You mean, did he mean me and you or the movie? Okay. Now, I'm still mad you ruined it for me. What? I said, look at the spoiler warning at the bottom. All right. I got to get to bed because this is your very rare episode of Morning Madness where I didn't get to bed yet because I was pissed off at Twitter. I always feel bad. I should not look at Twitter before I go to bed. I should not look at Twitter before I go to bed. I don't tweet that much, Crazy Joe. I shouldn't check it. I shouldn't. No, I should be embarrassed. Joe gets a pass because he's more correct than you. Screw you, Justin. I have a short fuse because I need to get to bed. All right. I'm going to say goodnight to the chat. Thank you, Crazy Joe, for this impromptu stream. Yeah, LOL. Screw you. Go screw yourself. Okay. I need to get some sleep, obviously.
Everybody go see Shazam 2. It's excellent. I've seen it twice.
I could have done, if Crazy Joe wasn't here, I might have been a rage stream. Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's a crowd pleaser too. Because the theater I saw it in earlier today, everybody was into it. Everybody was laughing. It got applause at all the right spots. There's moments where the crowd just roars with applause when certain things happen. It's a shame nobody's going to see it, but the people who are going to see it are loving it.
Don't turn it like that, Justin. I'm very okay for a race swap Wonder Woman. Just not combining wizards with Wonder Woman. Whatever. Go. I'm bye. Good night. Good morning.
Good afternoon.